To be yet another case of intimate partner violence. During an interview with Guardian Media on Thursday, Maula Baksh warned that the introduction of legislation allowing individuals to use deadly force in self-defense could have dangerous implications if not carefully regulated, particularly in households where there is a history or risk of abuse. Meanwhile, President of the International Women's Resource Network, Sandrine Isaac Ratton, advocated for more sustained efforts targeting men as a critical part of the national response to domestic violence. Well, those were 6 a.m. news headlines. We'll have another news update for the top of the hour right here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network.
Morning Brew is brought to you by Omega XL. Live long, stay strong.
Good Friday morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm running in and I am so happy it is indeed Friday. The weekend is here. And it's going to be action-packed. Lots of happenings over the next couple of, well, I would say immediately the weekend and then the days, the weeks ahead as we welcome August. By this time next week, it's going to be August, yes, August 1st, next week, Friday. And indeed, we will be here for our Emancipation special. So I want to put that out there immediately. You know, we don't ever miss a day. We are always here. We show up and we give our very best. Jason Williams, GW signing on, and I wish you and yours a not only fantastic Friday, but an even better weekend ahead. Even though we're hearing there might be some showers, we're not going to let it dampen the energy and the spirit at all. Speaking about spirit, their band launch is happening this weekend. That's happening on Saturday, so all the best to Spirit Mass as they continue to plant their feet strong and put their footprint within the carnival space that is TNT's festival. Let's head to the front page. Listen, you can't make up these stories. When you thought you saw it all, when you figure we reach and we can't get any further, we're hearing this particular development. Now, granted, we're hearing that this happened apparently years ago, but whether it happened last week, last year, or 10 years ago, the fact is, a 65-inch TV in a jail cell. What is this? They're doing better than me. My TV home is a 55. I don't even have a 65-inch. Look, one of my colleagues said they have a 42. Come on. And what I'm saying here, how it reached, I'm hearing rumors that it was a foldable TV. Is there any foldable? I don't have foldable phone. But come on. I mean, that's the Royal Bahama, there's a resort? No, sir. I mean, we're making light of it, but that particular development established by the minister, major drop. And as you see via the front page of The Guardian, it's an AI-generated picture. And analyze the picture. Whoever did this on the team, well, let me tell you, they have some jokes. The TV on the AI-generated image is showing cricket. So what? Hold on, that cable? What going on? Oh my goodness. Listen to me. I am aghast. Defense Minister reveals a shocking breach at maximum security prison. So this wasn't even Port of Spain, this was maximum, right? They should put maximum resort, because if men could sit down in a prison cell with a 65-inch TV and rock back, life nice. This is quite a shocking development. Again, on a serious note though, he says fearful officers turning a blind eye to contraband. And well, of course, again, this scenario with the TV, apparently they're suggesting this happened a little while ago. But nonetheless, that's the development, and we scratch our heads and ask ourselves every single day, what's going on? And I hope with all these developments and this kind of information coming to light, and I had the prison officer, the association president with me, Officer Gordon, this week, and you could feel his pain, you hear his passion. You understand in real time the concerns and what they have to treat and deal with on a daily basis. It's not an easy space. And being a prison officer, I mean, all seriousness aside, it's really a health hazard. It's one where many we have seen over the years succumb to violence by the hands of those within the system themselves, calling a shot from behind the walls. So I think it's a moment, a watershed moment. I'm hoping within the next budget, when the allocation is put forward to national security, there is serious consideration when it comes to the fire service, also the prison service. Because a lot of times, yes, and again, the police, they need the resources, and we're not disputing that, but we see lots going towards police. Of course, we know Coast Guard too, they need to top up Defense Force, I would imagine. But fire, from my position sitting on this seat doing this program for the many years, I've heard the same call over and over, the same cry, with no kind of treatment when it comes to the prison service and the fire service. Especially in this particular case with prison officers under the kind of immense pressure. We really need an overhaul, because it's unfortunate what's happening within the prison system. And speaking about prison system, I'm seeing here Raji Ali charged for prohibited items in prison. Well, not a TV this time around, and we're not suggesting the TV. I don't know who the TV had belonged to, but this time was a cell phone. A Samsung cellular phone with an unbranded SIM card and a phone charger. Of course, the phone had to charge. I always used to say that, you know. I say it's one thing to get a phone in prison, but how it's going to charge? How they working out the charging? What, the cells have a plug? Highly doubt it. I mean, men obviously will work out their maths. I hear there are all kind of high science and engineering takes place within the walls. People are able to do stuff from just the light bulb alone. Men able to, I mean, people get very creative. Again, we don't know, but nonetheless, that charge was laid yesterday while he is in special detention down there because of the SOE. That's on the west side, down by the barracks. Another development this morning, very serious one. The ex-boyfriend charged with Candace Honoree's murder. So he will have to face, well, at least, again, based on the investigation, the preliminary reports, he'll now have to face the system, face the court system. And what I'm asking is that let's get through with this particular case in a speedy manner, expedite the case, so whether he's charged and he'll have to face the consequence, or whether the case falls, I don't know. We weren't there, but nonetheless, there is a charge, and I'm hoping that there can be an example set. We talk about the issues with the prison system, and yes, police and all the arms of security, but again, it comes back to a judicial system that is moving at snail's pace, and cases being lost, cases being, and I not mean literally lost, but so it's taken so long, it feels like it's lost in the system. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years before a judgment is made. That is ridiculous. So we need to sort that out too. All hands need to be on deck, and it needs to be a seamless synergy, a kind of flow from one institution to the next, so that we could bring and arrest this particular issue and give at least the citizenry a feeling that justice is being served. That's what people want. People want to know that there's a system that works. Speaking about system that works, I want to make mention, we complain many times within the sphere of media. Lots of practitioners, they come and they complain and they cry and they use the space just to bring down institutions. I want to celebrate what I experienced yesterday at licensing on Rising Road. My license was up for renewal. So I went on Wednesday, knowing that back in the day I was just walking and, you know, they will process you, and they said, no, you have to make an appointment. So I did that right there on my phone. And the appointment was for yesterday at 8:25. I got there at 8:24, met with someone who was very courteous by the front desk, led me to a counter, had my form filled out, my utility bill, presented it. They gave me the cost factor. I went to the cashier, pay, went outside to a room on the left-hand side, take me to the back, picture. Within half an hour, by 9 o'clock, I was out of the place with license in hand. I must say, to the transport division, to those there on Ricing Road. I know there are many who would have complained over the years, but at least my experience yesterday, world class, first class. And I said I must make mention of that this morning, because too many times, people always complain and have issue with government officers and public servants. But when they do well, I think it's important that we celebrate them, and we also raise our voice and put that in the public domain and let people know that there are systems at work. And again, I don't get the impression it was any visa phase, so it was any, well, IJW for Morning Brew, and we will, take him to the front of the class. It wasn't like that. I saw in real time everyone getting more or less the same treatment, and I had to kind of put that out there. And speaking about putting it out there, we featured a pothole up St. Vincent Street a couple of weeks ago, and I'm happy to report this morning that it's been sorted out, it's been fixed. So again, yet again, we bring an issue to the forefront, bring it to the top of the class, front burner, and if it's sorted out, the same way we're very passionate about lifting our voice and raising the issue, we have to also be passionate about recognizing when it's been rectified. So to the powers that be, whether it was the corporation or... And the fixturing city? Oh, round of applause. Remember, so again, we here, we put it in the work. So feel free, check us out. Go onto the Instagram, CNC3 Instagram page. If you see this segment, put a little comment and tell us where you want us to come and check out. And for those folks who are clearly ahead in the sun, or you're living up El Tikush, who believe we now start this segment, I want you to go check yourself and come out of this sickness that is just blindsided support. And we're not dealing with no party here, we're dealing with country. So whether yellow at the wheel, red at the wheel, green, it could be ice, gold, and green, we don't care. If there's an issue, we highlight it, because we want it to work for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And to the powers that be, once they sort it out and treat with it, we give thanks and we move on. All right, let's move to the back page, because there is lots to get to this morning, lots of interviews. So I'm watching the Pan Am junior team, Blackman Wallace in the junior team. Of course, well, we're heading to Paraguay. That's happening. The Pan American Junior Games is happening from August 9th to the 23rd. That should be really nice, a great experience. Paraguay there in South America. It's going to be a different kind of experience for all the athletes, an eye-opener, and we get a chance to face off against the very best. So all the best to our team, and make us proud as you head across to Paraguay. I'm sure that will be a Trinidad-Panama flight, and then Panama-Paraguay. I'm certain that's, Panama is the gateway to South America, so all the best. So I'm watching also Tour de France, Australians, Ben O'Connor. Every time I see Tour de France, I want to be honest this morning. Could I be honest? Truth be told, when I look at Tour de France, yes, you're just watching people cycling, but you're seeing the landscape and the countryside of France and, castle and mountain, and it's beautiful. And I'm saying, we could well do that in Trinidad. We could have a nice Caribbean race, something for the folks on this side of the world. Started probably in a Toco or a Matlat or somewhere, and you have the cyclists going, and you have the same drone shots. You're coming through Grandi, and you're coming up the main, well, not the main road, probably the highway, and then you hit Lady Young or Maracas. It has so much in terms of the landscape that we could do something similar for folks, cyclists in this region, because, there's a strong cycling culture. You see folks all the time moving in their groups, cycling, and I know people like Mike Phillips and others, put forward some nice races, but I would love to see like a whole nationwide race. That would be so amazing. Just putting it out there. Well, again, too much pothole apparently. I'll have to do get some. You know what? When I fix it, when you get something and pay, if we could do that, probably in you figure. You give it we have a 2-year, 5-year plan. Let's make it happen. But it's just a vision I always had in my mind. I don't know, just thinking out loud. Let's head to the brief. It's Friday, and what's the brief saying this morning? Well, it's Chelsea. We have a man with Trini ties. His grandmom actually from Faizabad. I didn't even know this man had Trini ties. That's Levi Caldwell. He just won the Club World Cup with Chelsea out there in New Jersey, and he came back home with his granny and went to Faizabad, where the family is from, to touch base, meet with the community. That's a good look. Had no idea. So to you, Levi, All the best, man. He's a Chelsea defender. And we wish him the best, man. We wish him the best. Trini Roots, also 4 injured in fire at Ramco Industries Limited. This happened yesterday. I actually got a voice message from the Minister of Energy yesterday regarding this development, Dr. Rudal Munilal. So I kind of knew about this in real time. We hope there's no major injury or, you know, they said 4 injured, but we hope they're able to recover. Let's take the pause. We're going to come back, and you know, Friday is normally a light day, but we want to touch on some politics this morning, and we treat with the UNC leadership elections. Certainly, Ramona Ramdial, she is stepping in to give some perspective on this development, and also we discuss governance and national issues. UNC member Ramona Ramdial joins me next, right here on The Morning Brew.
Life with Guardian Life.
Every sunrise brings a new beginning, a quiet promise that we're never truly alone in life's journey.
So grateful for this precious life. Embrace it with a fearless stride. Dig so deep to turn your dreams to reality. With a bright future on your side. Through every journey you will find what you've earned and accomplished. You now deserve to be. Embrace life with Guardian Life. Pave the road for your legacy. Embrace life with Guardian Life. Every step is one step closer to live easy.
Embrace life with Guardian Life. Life, health insurance, and pension solutions.
Gaming Express Limited is a premium importer and retailer of the highest quality brand name electronics. We stock the widest range of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Samsung, and Apple devices and accessories. Visit us at Shop 52, Level 2, Gulf City Mall in San Fernando, or contact us by phone or WhatsApp message at 687-7480 or 301-9797 or 798-1280. Like our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on products and services.
If you live with diabetes, your pancreas works overtime every single day. Between our rich foods and busy lives, chronic inflammation can sneak in, stressing the pancreas and raising the risk of complications. Over time, inflammation can damage these cells, making blood sugar harder to control.
Protecting your pancreas from inflammation is a smart way to support healthy blood sugar management.
Backed by science, Omega XL is a natural anti-inflammatory with over 30 free fatty acids, proven to help reduce inflammation at its source. Learn more online or ask your local pharmacist.
Get the best in affordable eyewear. Frames with blue filter lenses and eye exam, $399. Single vision lenses with transitions on designer frames, $799. Progressive transitions with designer frames, $1,399. Happening only at Seaview Optical. Affordable eye care for everyone.
Welcome to ABC Doors and Windows, TNT's #1 destination for the best quality and widest variety of doors and windows. Enhance your space with our premium wooden, steel panels, fiberglass, and steel security doors, complemented by our aluminum, UPVC, and steel windows. Shop for the best quality and service at ABC Doors and Windows. Visit our impressive showroom at 1 Chancatrace, El Socorro South, or call 638-7184 to get started. Trust ABC for a better choice.
Well, nomination day for the United National Congress when it comes to their internals and at least the appointment of the leader. It's on the 27th of July with their elections carded for, I'm seeing here, August 17th. To bring some perspective and to unpack the layers, we welcome Ramona Ramdial, UNC member. It's always a joy to have Ramona on the program. It's been quite a while. I'm happy that you're here with me. Normally we don't treat with the politics on a Friday, but this is a hot topic, and I'm happy for your time. Happy that you made a little space on your schedule to share with us. Welcome.
It's been good. Hi, morning, Jason. Morning to the viewership. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. It's a pleasure.
Always. So I'm looking, there is no one really contesting, at least so far. I know that in 2022, Dr. Fuad Khan put his foot in the ring, put his hat in the ring. We saw the likes of Mr. Parry in the past also, challenging certain positions within the party. And for some reason, those who challenge seem to end up, I guess we could say, slow singing and flowers bringing. You end up in the political de la Perouse, the political cemetery. It's almost like you're a done deal. And let's be real, the Prime Minister just went over the line. She showed her resilience. So I think it's more or less, it's probably a foregone conclusion. I can't see anybody at this point looking to challenge Mrs.
Well, we would hope.
I
don't think any right-thinking UNC member should challenge at this time.
Yeah.
As we are aware, according to the UNC Constitution, the political leadership election is every 3 years, and the national executive election is every 2 years. So this year, the political leadership election was due. Actually, it was supposed to happen in June, but because of the general elections, that would have been deferred to a later time. So according to the Constitution, really, it is on time. It has been called by the leadership of the United National Congress. And I think, as we know it in our politics, you never challenge or you don't challenge a winning leader. You know, the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar has validated herself, has come across the line, has won the general elections again. And a second time going for her, she's now the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago once more. And therefore, the membership should be cognizant of that. And as I said before, Jason, no right-thinking UNC members should challenge her at this time.
Do you think, Ms. Ramdale, she's at the strongest she's ever been in the politics?
Politically, yes. What I have seen is a different approach to governance, a better approach in terms of, knowing what was there before, knowing that, okay, I've been there, I've done that, so now I know exactly, and nobody could, mislead me or in any way possible. So I've seen a calmer approach. I've seen a planned approach, more to say. So I think it is, in terms of the prime ministership, it's a more in control approach at the second time around, yes.
Let me ask, because I know you will have, you are very aware and there's intimate knowledge of the UNC Constitution and the structures and perimeters. Who you think will be, at least if she leaves the country at some point to attend the international summit, to go to some kind of conference, based on the Constitution, who will be the obvious choice to act as Prime Minister? And even more so, when we consider continuity, let's say for some reason the Prime Minister cannot function anymore, what will happen at that point in time? Will there be a vacuum? Will there be a power struggle? What is enshrined in the Constitution and what you think will realistically take place?
With respect to your first question, and according to the party constitution, when the Prime Minister is out, you either have the chairman or one of the deputy political leaders acting as Prime Minister. I mean, it's not hard and fast in the Constitution, but that's just how it's done and how it's been done in the past, where you have senior members of cabinet acting in terms of, acting Prime Minister in the absence of the Prime Minister on her duties. With respect to your second question, there are many viable leaders. Succession planning exists within the UNC. There are many viable leaders who can lead thereafter whenever Mrs. Persad-Bissessar decides to call it quits.
Like who you feel? Because, I mean, we have certain names that have been tossed around. You're hearing Dr. Rulal Munilal because of his seniority, but then there are those who suggest he might have some cocoa in the sun to sort out. You've heard Julian John's name mentioned, but then folks are saying she might not represent the base. I mean, we're having a frank conversation.
Of course, agreed.
I'm seeing the likes of Barry Paderak positioning himself. I'm thinking that he sees it looks to me like his eyes are definitely on the prize.
You'll always have the younger ones, vying to make themselves available for leadership. It's ambition. It's all personal ambition at the end of the day. In the past, we have had Vasan Bharat, we have had Fuad Khan, we have had Dr. Munilal himself in 2015, who was the first to challenge her. And therefore, it's all of the above. All of these people, how well they do now in government, because, they would be judged on their most recent role. So we have senior ministers in cabinet. They would be also interested when the time comes. And I think we have a good pool. So all those names you call, Jason, yes, they are potential viable leaders who can lead the party forward.
Yeah, and I mean, what I just mentioned is really based on, again, my ears being on the ground, and this is what even UNC members would have suggested when I mentioned the three personalities just now. But you believe sincerely there is succession planning? You think there is? Well, clearly in politics, nobody passes the baton. We have seen that on both sides.
Correct.
It's almost like you have to snatch the baton, or wait for when the party is probably at its lowest to emerge.
Or if you're anointed, as we've seen in the past.
Well, all right, yes, there was an anointment. We saw that recently. That was an interesting spin.
Yes.
But you think there is indeed succession planning? You think at this point there is a definite understanding as to the transition if that time comes around?
In any democracy and in party politics, you're going to have a lot of challenges, especially if the leader decides to go to an election. You're going to have people who are going to throw their hats into the ring. As I said before, there are viable leaders, but we tend to go with the very senior, experienced ones. The younger ones will have to take a back seat and wait and do their due diligence over time.
Well, we didn't see that. We didn't see that with the anointing.
Well, that's why it was anointed and not elected. You understand?
Yeah. Let me ask you though, when you look at the overall performance so far, months in, obviously the 28th of April, a very important day, the country made a decision, and it was outstanding in terms of the decision. Lots of folks lifted their voices. What's your take on the performance so far?
So far I think we have to be fair. We have to give the government its time to settle in. I mean, they're still in the process of appointing state board chairman and members and all of that. So in terms of getting the governance structure right, they're still in that process, and therefore we need to give the government some time in terms of getting the structure and the practical aspect of governing going. As I said before, I like what I hear from the Honorable Prime Minister. There are one or two ministers who maybe would have already misstepped a bit, but they need to...
Like who so? Who you feel? Can you give an example?
We've seen the issue with CPEP, the firing of CPEP workers and reforestation workers and all of that, but that's a work in progress. And then you've seen the ministers come back and make amends in terms of ensuring the public that everything is okay and the workers will be taken care of and all of that. So, the young ones need to be guided, and there are many senior, experienced, former, and even as it is right now, party personnel who have been in government when I was there between 2010 to 2015, and they have the know-how, they know what it takes to run a government and all of that. So they are there to guide, they are there to give advice, and therefore, the younger ministers should seek them out in order for assistance. But as I said, Jason, I like last night, I heard Minister Sturge on TV speaking about giving disclosure and really talking about the reality of crime in Trinidad and Tobago, the reality in the prison services, where you have at cell 13, you have a criminal with a big screen TV. And I like the disclosure. I like the idea that many of the ministers are coming to you real and disclosing what is actually happening and what has happened before. You never really get that much info before. And personally, probably it's just me alone, but I don't believe in the cloak and dagger politics of yesteryear. I believe in openness and in bringing the information to the table, to the population, because you can't fool the people in this day and age. And therefore, people want truth and honesty.
No, you are spot on. I found the minister was very engaging. He was, front of the class, like head on, facing and treating with what's happening. So I felt a bit optimistic in that regard. Any closing remarks? I mean, obviously, people are still suggesting it's a kind of honeymoon phase, so, they're going to give them some time. At what point does the honeymoon end and we really get down to the business of, I know obviously now they're dealing with what happened on the back end and bringing all that, mismanagement, as they suggest, to the forefront. But at what point do they start to really implement some of the plans promised via the manifesto?
I would say by the end of the year, that 6-month period, at least the structure of government will be filled. Parliament will be a little more regular in terms of the reopening and moving down after budget. Budget day is going to be very important. That is really when the work starts, because it would be this new government plan moving forward to the new fiscal year. So I say by the end of the year, then we come with the real critique, then we come with the real suggestion and ideas, and hopefully by that time also the opposition would be in a very good position to hold the government to account and vice versa.
As we wrap things up, Ms. Ramdial, in the couple seconds that remain, your take on the Prime Minister's position of working at home?
You know, that's also something that I don't want to say too much of because I don't have much information. But I saw that with the Prime Minister's Modi visit, that the diplomatic center was utilized. So I think, you know, work is in progress for shifts to happen very soon, and we would see that very soon.
Fantastic. It was a pleasure. Let's touch base sooner. I find it was hours. We took too long.
You know where to find me. Call me.
We will. All the best, Ramona Ramdial, touching base with us, UNC member on the program. You know, it's always good to get a little politics in the mix on a Friday, but now we get back to the regular Friday schedule with games and activities and activations. And this one in August, get yourself ready. It's the Survival Games Obstacle Race. Full details from Gabriel Andrew and the team when we come back.
Seeing her succeed makes me proud, and I know I made the right choice by giving her Enfogrow since she was little. Knowing that 85% of brain growth will occur by age 3, Enfogrow's blend of ingredients such as DHA helps support your toddler's brain development and contains 22 nutrients to support their diet or nutrition. Enfogrow, what you do today will last forever. This product is not intended to be a substitute or complement to breast milk.
Make your lashes a big deal.
New Paradise Big Deal Mascara by L'Oreal Paris. A cross-conic brush for buildable length that lasts. Buildable volume that doesn't clump, no matter how much you layer.
That's a big deal. New Paradise Big Deal Mascara by L'Oreal Paris. You're worth it.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
There's a new Cricks back with colors that pop. Yeah, say colors that pop. Same great Cricks that's in all your shops. Shop all your shops. Fresh new look, delicious to see. Looks so good, it's delicious to see. With toppings on top of time, I'm real hungry.
Yeah, boy, real hungry.
Cricks, new pack is a hit. Best food, yeah, so no sick. Ready for the shorting to fix your mix? Just reach for the new pack. Reach for your Cricks. Get your Cricks today. New look, same vital supplies.
Feeling off balance? Your body might be missing AMPK. It's your natural reset, regulating how your body stores fat and processes sugar. Berberine Plus activates AMPK, helping your cells use energy better, reduce fat, and keep sugar levels in check. Berberine Plus, now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a master plan.
A what?
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw material.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
Recession have you down? Don't lose hope. Head on down to Tire Clinic for the recession deals. That should big savings with our road hazard warranty on Dunlop, Sumitomo, and Falcon tires. Available at Tire Clinic, Cuba, Chaguanas, and Pleasance Park. Tire Clinic, a tire for every need. Call 636-8973 or 636-2958.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
Sportsmanship is when an athlete walks off the court and you can't tell if he won or lost because he carries himself with pride either way. This quote is an embodiment of sport, and for me, Sport is an embodiment of life. We are where you are.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today. Make sure you have yourself a great invest week by viewing The Boss Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Boss Report. CNC3, covering your world.
Well, let me tell you, I'm so happy to bring this piece of information and this great activation. It's one where for the fitness enthusiasts, those who like to challenge themselves, you like the whole concept of feeling alive and being challenged, this is right up your alley. Not this Saturday, we're talking next Saturday, the day after the holiday, the 2nd of August. We get you ready for the Survival Games Obstacle Race. And to bring the details, we welcome entrepreneur and organizer Gabriel Andrew. And Gabriel is here, of course, with his colleague, next amazing person from the team, Nathaniel Sedano. So that's Gabriel there, that's Nathaniel, fellas.
Yes.
Let me say congrats in advance. I'm always happy to see any kind of race, any kind of activity to get people out and about, embrace the outdoors, and to get the blood pumping, boy.
Yes.
Yes. Fantastic, man. Where's it carded?
It's carded for the Celebrate car park. That's after Queens Beach, right? And the trail will be like basically onto Rio Seco Road. I'm sure everybody knows where Rio Seco waterfall is in Trinidad, one of the best waterfalls. And onto the beach and back to the car park.
Fantastic. Nathaniel, what are some of the challenges? What's on offer? You could start, and I mean, Gabriel, you could chime in.
Yes, so the race basically is endurance tests and with teamwork. So we design the obstacles in such a way that you would have to test how true your team is. And we move forward from that. We build it based on the local terrain of the Celebia Beach itself, and we move with that.
So is there an option to run as an individual, to run solo, or it must be a team effort?
Well, there is a single person option, right? And also team, male, female, and team, male, female, and mixed.
Is there a cap in terms of the team, or how big the team could be?
The group size, you could be on a team, a part of a group, but the team size is 3 people on a team.
Okay, nothing more than 3 for a team.
Yeah, but it could be a part of a larger group.
Fantastic. And then the team could be either 3 men, 3 women, 2 men, 1. You could mix up your team.
Mix up your teams.
Wow. What's the when you look at it, is it like it's more than a 5K? Is a 5K the actual distance?
The actual distance is between 5 to 6 kilometers. Previously, we had hosted Santa Dash a couple of years ago consistently, and that was like 10 kilometers. So this one is just bringing it into the range for everyone to participate.
So Nathaniel, let me ask you, there's going to be, well, clearly running, walking, climbing, lifting. Now, walk me through what's required. I need to get myself ready.
So we have a mixture of everything. So we have sand, which is the beach. We have mud. We have local terrain, which is like the obstacle, like the races in the downhill and the uphill aspect.
Right, so that will test your upper body strength and lower body strength. Right.
And then, of course, we have water obstacles this year.
So, but with the water, no swimming required?
No swimming required, right?
But you're passing through water?
You're passing through the river. Hint, we have also kayak as well, kayaking. So, so we got onto the kayak person this year, and all the safety precautions will be like in place with life jackets and extra lifeguards on the beach supervising us and so on.
Fantastic. How does one register, and when is your lock-off point for registration?
One can register by contacting the page, which is Jaeger_Park on Instagram, right? Jaeger Park on Obstacle Course on Facebook, right? And there you'll get the information like number and registration link, right? The cutoff date is on the day, but of course, because there's a late bird registration, that'll be on the day. So if you catch it now, you get on-time bird.
I like that. On-time bird. I love it. I love it. It's a late bird. What's the cost of registration?
The cost of registration per individual right now is $200, right? And the cost for team registration right now of 3 is $525.
Nice.
Right? On the day, it will increase.
Understood. So again, I'm watching it here. We're looking at, the artwork and water obstacles, sand obstacles, mud, novelty games. Oh my goodness. Let me ask you though, I know you must have a strong videography and photography team to really capture this, do the edit and bring it back to us, because the visuals for something like this is very important. Walk me through that kind of consideration.
Well, we're still inviting photographers and people who want to do content in the event, right? However, one of my friends from high school, Wendell Murphy, does a lot of the photography. He'd covered us in the rain last year, right? Even though the river came down. So in the flyer that you just saw there, we had some people from Miaro, Project Fitness Crew, and some of my personal trainers from Fitness Family celebrating by the river when they completed the obstacles and so on. So as I said, we're inviting people to do some content on the day as well. And we have at least 2 photographers and videographers on board.
Fantastic. Nathaniel, is this for bragging rights, or is there any kind of incentive for those who completed first?
Well, we have prizes, and is a surprise. So we have first prize, second prize, third prize, and of course, well, we have some sponsors who would be, helping us with prizes.
Fantastic.
Yes. So the medals that we do would be custom made, right? We did custom made medals last year as well.
Nice. Well, let me tell you, I guess it's just to bring your A game. That's the key.
Of course.
To bring your game. What about the gyms? Any have lots of different fitness clubs across the country. Have they expressed any interest?
Yeah, fitness clubs from Point Fortin, as far as Point Fortin, right? As I said before, Guayari, Project Fitness out there, Miaro, Matura Wellness Club, Wellness Center with the Fitness Family. Some of my personal friends coming out of Matura and environs, right? I think I have Trailblazers coming on as well. Michael from Aruka area. Okay. Right? I think guy from All In Fitness from Port of Spain is coming out. So we have a lot of varied distances, people coming from. We even have someone who's flying in for the event.
Fantastic. What's your start time? Because, we discussed everything. I don't know if this is an afternoon obstacle race, if it's early morning. What's your start time?
All right, we get to start at 9 a.m.
Ooh, so listen, all those, the night before is a holiday, you can't do it too hard on that Friday, Emancipation. They go in your bed early. Yeah. You need your energy. Again, it's driving up, or Celebia, It's Celebia?
Yeah, it's Celebia.
Yeah, that's like close to Toko.
Yeah, people say it's close to Toko.
Yeah, so that's a little trod. So I guess it's for those who taken part to get a good night's rest.
Yeah, I will say at least 6 hours rest. Yeah. Right? Yes. Because the day before is a holiday, as you said.
That's right. And then, you get your little breakfast and you power up yourself and your head to it, man. Let me tell you, as we look to wrap things up, I'll give Nathaniel a chance to put some closing remarks. Go right ahead.
Well, I guess we want everyone to bring the A game, of course. We thankful for the opportunity to be here. Yeah. Of course, we want to shout out the sponsors and
yeah, the sponsors EFS products, right? Everything from scratch. We want to thank the corporation chairperson, I think it's Miss Bernice Campbell.
Oh yes, because that's important. You need to get their approval to make this happen. Yes, because you're going into the river. Walk me through that. When you brought the idea to them, were they receptive?
Yeah, they were receptive. Last year, we got a proper reception from them where they cut clean the car park that we had and so on, and were very nice to us. And we also had to get police permission up to yesterday. Police called me to just check up on us, and the lifeguard called since last week, and yeah, we just wait on like ERG and ambulance service and so on.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to wrap things up. Just tell us where we could find more information. What's your online handles?
Online handles will be Jaeger_Park. Right, that's on Instagram. Facebook will be Jaeger Park Obstacle Course.
And as you see, Jaeger is on their t-shirt there, Jaeger. check them out. Listen, congrats in advance, Gabriel. Thank you so much for bringing wholesome entertainment, something for friends to do, for the family to do. I guess their families are at full action, and they love this kind of excitement. Yeah. So it's on, the survival games. Obstacle race, let's put it up one more time. It's happening Saturday the 2nd, the day after the Emancipation holiday. Have a time, enjoy. We come back, your health tip up next.
Is blurry vision holding you back from living your best life? Step into TEH Optical today and experience the clarity you deserve. We don't just test your vision. Our advanced technology checks your complete eye health. And with our expert team of eye specialists, we detect issues early, provide tailored treatments, and help protect your vision. Then, get your stylish frames and custom lenses so you can look as sharp as your new vision. TEH Optical, preserving sight, enhancing lives.
Shop Southern Food Basket anniversary specials now. Garlic 1 pound for $9.95. Russet potatoes 5 pounds $17.95. Grill Master Burger patties 2 pounds $49.95. Golden Brand margarine 4 for $19.95. Anchor cheddar cheese 250 grams 2 for $44.95. Richport vegetable oil 500 ml 3 for $19.95. With every $300 you spend at any Southern Food Basket, you can qualify to win a brand new Suzuki Grand Vitara. Much more prizes to be won, including Caribbean getaways, staycations, and shopping sprees.
New Superstay Teddy Tent from Maybelline, New York. Blurred mats, no transfer. Up to 12-hour wear and a plush feel. New Superstay Teddy Tent, Maybelline, New York.
Your heart does so much for your body, your life, your loved ones. But modern stress, diet, and lifestyle can tip the balance, especially with every passing day. Heart XL delivers high-potency omega-7 palmitoleic acid from sustainable pollock oil to elevate HDL and support a healthy metabolism.
Inflammation and low HDL put your heart at risk. Heart XL's omega-7 helps reduce C-reactive protein and support healthy HDL, keeping your heart strong.
Heart XL. Nourish your heart. Sustain your life.
Welcome back. Let's check in with Omega XL. It's your health tip for today.
The Daily Health Tip, brought to you by Omega XL, where health is wealth.
Are you tired of dealing with joint pain, stiffness, or just feeling run down? You're not alone, and believe it or not, chronic inflammation might be the sneaky culprit. It's more common than you think, and it often flies under the radar until it starts affecting your daily life. Let's dive into a little science. In a major 2019 study involving over 120,000 participants, researchers uncovered something incredible. Omega-3 fatty acids, the healthy fats found in fish oil, can significantly reduce inflammation throughout the body. That means less pain, improved mobility, healthier joints, better heart health, and even a boost in your energy levels. But here's the real eye-opener. People who took just over 1 gram of omega-3s a day saw even more dramatic benefits. Imagine what that could mean for your body if you're consistent with the right supplement. And that brings us to Omega XL. This isn't your typical fish oil. Omega XL is a premium omega-3 supplement made from a unique oil extract sourced from the green-lipped mussels of New Zealand's clean, pristine waters. It's a powerful, highly concentrated formula that's not only backed by over 30 years of research, it's also trusted by thousands worldwide for relieving joint pain and supporting heart health. What makes it even better? It's gentle on your stomach, contains no fishy aftertaste, and delivers results you can actually feel. Whether you're an athlete, a busy parent, or just someone who wants to feel better day to day, Omega XL is a game changer. So, are you ready to say goodbye to inflammation and hello to a better you? Make the move toward better health. Try Omega XL today and feel the difference for yourself.
The Daily Health Tip, brought to you by Omega XL, where health is wealth.
San Fernando, get ready. The Roadie one-man show is coming to the Southland. Sunday the 17th of August at Sapa. Tickets available at all K-Squared locations. At Police by the Park, Southern Food Basket, Coffee Street and San Fernando. Sapa box office from the 14th of August and Island Eat tickets online. For more information and box office inquiries, call 682-0467 or 683-4843. This show is strictly 18 years and over. The Roadie one-man show is heading to the Southland.
Thunderwal, powering industry, fueling progress. Reliable fuel pumps, meters and nozzles. From dock to deck, marine tools, hoses, PPE and fittings. Hydraulic, automotive and food-grade oils and lubricants. For all your manufacturing needs. Pallet jacks, intrinsically safe tools and more. Browse livestock and prices on our website at www.vanderwalett.com. Visit us today.
Built to Last has a massive sale on roofing materials, including standing seam. Invest in durable roofing sheets at unbeatable prices. Choose our supply and installation package and enjoy huge savings on your roof. Quality materials, quality prices, quality workmanship. Our name says it all. Built to Last, for roofing that is built to last. We will not be beaten on price. Enjoy free delivery and free roll forming on standing seam and guttering on site. Call us now, 355-7703.
For 40 years, we've moved with you, pushed with you, transformed with you. From the first rep to your best step, from your first class to your biggest win, Fitness Center has been your partner in power. Built on sweat, driven by passion. 4 decades in, and we're just getting started. Celebrate 40 years with us. Fitness Center, 40 years strong. Transform your body, transform your life.
We are your one-stop, most convenient, most helpful, most caring community pharmacy. Our pharmaceutical services include dispensing medicines, repeat dispensing, clinical governance, but we also have a fully stocked convenience store featuring our refreshment aisle, grocery lane, personal care products, toys, pet supplies. We are most conveniently located out of the traffic, just 2 minutes off the highway in Heartland Plaza, in Devashagonas. Contact us on 220-8705 or 470-5938 and visit us soon.
Get the best in affordable eyewear. Frames with blue filter lenses and eye exam, $399. Single vision lenses with transitions on designer frames, $799. Progressive transitions with designer frames, $1,399. Happening only at Seaview Optical. Affordable eye care for everyone.
My colleague Ryan Baytrue, he is in Guyana, south of the border, for the Biodiversity Summit, a very important coming together where policy decisions, I hope, will be made based on the strong and important conversations. So let's check in with Ryan, who's out there in the land of many waters, Guyana. Ryan, good morning.
Good morning, Jason, and good morning to all of your viewers. That pretty much wraps up the Global Biodiversity Alliance Summit. Yesterday afternoon, it would have ended. Today, many of the delegates, many of the members of the media, many of the stakeholders will remain in Guyana for what really is a field trip day. There are 2 options, one by air and one by sea, that you can take a tour of the biodiversity sites that Guyana has to offer. But at the end of the summit yesterday, the heads of government, the international stakeholders, the interest groups, the NGOs, the private sector, they all committed at the end of the summit to move forward not only boldly and powerfully in their pursuit of biodiversity justice, but to also continue to be unified in their messaging, unified in their approach, unified in the way that they pursue justice for biodiversity, not just here in the CARICOM region, but globally as well. Remember, that's the essence of the summit, really, to create this alliance here in Guyana, but for the world. And I think that pretty much was a success when you look at the construction of this alliance that was signed on the opening afternoon. Interesting end for me as well when it comes to this summit. One of my last acts was I was able to interview the COP30 president. That's the Brazilian ambassador, Andre Correa de Lago. Very interesting conversation that will actually run in its entirety this Sunday on the big interview. We were able to talk not just about the Biodiversity Alliance Summit, but we were also able to touch on many of the key points that will emerge in the next few months, particularly at COP29 that takes place in November in Belém, Brazil. We were able to talk about climate financing, his hopes for getting climate financing for small island states in this region, but also what some of the heads of government have been telling him that he needs to put on the agenda come November 10th when COP30 opens up. So a very fruitful summit in many regards, Jason, one that now we have to look beyond this summit. And it sort of goes back to the start of what we were talking about a few days ago, when the environmental consultant Kemba Jaramogi said, this summit is going to be great, it's going to have great conversations, but she wants to see what happens in the days, the weeks, the months, the years that follow this summit. And I think we've gotten to that point now. We've gotten to the point of now we have to look into the future to see whether this alliance remains as strong as it appeared to be here in Georgetown, Guyana, and what this alliance is able to achieve in the coming weeks, the coming months, and the coming years. If they're able to encourage and influence other groups to join the alliance that was started here in Georgetown. That work continues, although the summit now ends. It's back to you, Jason.
Well, Ryan, again, a sincere thanks. Always professional, always passionate about these talking points when it comes to biodiversity, environmental concerns, conservation. That's something that, Ryan, for those who look at the program, who follow CNC3, you recognize that that's our guy. And he's definitely on top of the conversation. Wherever it's happening in the world, he'll be there to bring us the ball by ball. Because as I said, this week, I said before, and I'll say again, we don't have any other planet. Where next? We have Earth. This is where we live. This is our home. And we need to obviously protect it and keep it in good stead. We take the 7 a.m. news, and of course, we get ready for that, and we come back with our author, who is bringing to us her publication, Town on Fire. Full details from author Otancia Noel after the break.
A very good morning and welcome. I'm Jesse Ramde with headline news here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. Responding to the Defense Minister, head of the Prison Officers Association, Gerard Gordon, says officers are being unfairly blamed. He indicated that Wayne Sturgis' remarks about a 65-inch TV found in a prisoner's cell was an incident that happened years ago. He further urged for deep investigations and criticized the lack of prison resources, noting there's no functioning baggage or body scanner and that officers rely on metal detector wands and visual checks. Gordon acknowledged contraband trafficking by some officers and reported up to 50 drone breach prison airspace daily. He called attention to a staff shortage, saying 1,000 additional officers are needed to support the existing 3,000, with only a third on duty at a time to oversee roughly 4,000 inmates. In other news, a recent court ruling slammed state boards in Trinidad and Tobago for acting as rubber stamps for ministers, reigniting calls for reform. The court stressed board members must act independently and uphold sound governance. Political leader David Abdullah proposes stripping politics from appointments, suggesting civil society nominate qualified individuals with selections based on merit. He also wants staggered board terms to ensure continuity, warning political turnover hurt Petrotrin. Dr. Terence Farrell, who led a 2016 Government Commission report, says the blueprint for fixing the system already exists but was ignored. The report urged legislation, merit-based appointments and monitoring changes still unrealized today. And the Estate Police Association is calling on government to rethink what they say is a consideration to appoint Aaron Henry to chair the board of the Airports Authority. In a media conference yesterday, President of the association, Derek Richardson, says while the association cannot legally object to the appointment, it had hoped that Henry would have been given another appointment. Richardson says Henry, as owner of SWAT Security, was not welcoming of his own organization being represented by the EPA. He says with Henry's supposed impending position, it will not augur well for the morale EPA officers at the Airports Authority. Well, those were 7am News headlines. We'll have another news update at 8 a.m. on the TBC Radio Network.
Welcome to the second hour. I welcome author Hortensia Noel, such a unique name. I've never heard Hortensia before, and from the time I saw the name, I was saying to myself, you know, she is so unique, and she's bringing a collection of short stories. Of course, this is a very interesting one because the title is Town on Fire, and as you know, in a couple of days, it's going to be the recognition of one of our darkest moments, that attempted coup back in 1990, 35 years after. And this is short stories based, well, at least part of the book based on that particular development back in 1990. It's fiction, but again, some could suggest some of the accounts will have a certain relevance based on that particular happening and circumstance. So, Hortensia, author, we say welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. Congrats. I mean, this is, let me see the publication here. Let me, you know, it's one thing to have an idea. It's the next thing to deliver on the said idea and actually have it as hard copy or soft copy. Walk me through when did the journey actually start for you?
Yes, so for me, I sort of started this in-depth writing at Custard. I was doing mass comm and journalism mixed, so I kind of had to do a class for travel writing, and I started just writing these. One of the story there, it's Raya, that story was in my travel writing class. And then I had to do some non-fiction on your life, and I branched over from that into that. So I just continued writing the non-fiction, and then I decided to switch it to some short stories when I was doing my MFA in UE. I only had one short story actually based around the coup. The others was random short stories. And then when I got to the 10th story, my supervisor was like, you know, these are really good, but I'm not accepting them. So I was like, well, what is wrong with you?
Not accepting them?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
She said, I'm not accepting them because the first story is what I want. I want a novella at least, or something longer connected to the first story.
Well, let me ask you, because I mean, this Untold Stories of a Caribbean Coup, it's such a, still to this day, a very emotional talking point for many, to the point where certain leaders, I can't say certain, most actually, don't even really people sweep this almost under the carpet. It's one of those moments where so dark in terms of the history that a lot of folks try to put it under a carpet, but you have brought it to life here via your piece. Walk me through just that understanding, that determination, also coming from a woman of faith.
So, as I said, it's historical fiction. I'm not the first person who wrote something on the coup, actually. Brenda Flanagan, she wrote a book called Align the Island, and Monique Ruffey, who she was my teacher at Custard also, she wrote House of Ashes, which is entirely based around the coup. So this is more or less the same thing, same sort of genre, historical fiction, But the difference is that, I mean, I grew up on the Jamaat. I mean, yes, it is and will always be a sore point in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, in any country, anything like that, I would consider that it would be a sore point. But for me, us not talking about it is not really helping us. You know, it's not helping us. It's not normal. Yes, a coup is not a normal thing, but it's not helping us not speaking.
You said something that kind of piqued my interest. You said you grew up on the Jamaat. Just on a personal note, was this, the coup and conversations around it, ever something that would happen there on the compound?
I mean, yes. Yes, it's obviously it's a conversation that would happen on the compound too. But I mean, I would say that the conversation that may happen on the compound may not be the conversation that will happen in my house or the conversation that will happen in someone else's house.
Understood.
Any conversation surrounding the coup would always be different based on the perspective.
Understood. Understood. Now, in terms of the book itself, I mean, obviously it is available, hard copy. Is there also a soft copy version?
Not in the moment. At the moment, I'm actually preparing the soft copy. Yeah.
Fantastic. But where can folks get a hold of Town on Fire?
So Town on Fire is online on Amazon, at Hatchers, at Barnes & Nobles, any of the major bookstores in the UK and the US. In Trinidad, it is available at paper-based bookstore, and also it will be at Rebus Tech at the government parkade there, the store there. Yeah.
As we wrap things up, Hortensia, anybody you want to say thank you, you want to acknowledge for making not only this novel, but others come to life?
I mean, of course, my family, because that's the first point of action for me. I did discuss doing this with them, you know, and they were okay with it. Custard had a big part to do with this. You know, I would also like to thank my MFA professor, Amaye, my friends, Gilbert and Leslie and Anna, and, you know, the general public, of course, too, because there are lots of people who cheer me on. Yeah, and that's about it. You know, my publisher in the UK.
I must say, though, you found your calling. You know, there's clearly real talent there with your pen, your ideas, and, you know, it's so far recognized you've been winning awards and you continue to make your mark. So keep pressing on and keep us in the loop.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
Hortensia, you know, you hear that name? Hortensia Noel. It sounds like a Paranderos, but she's not. Oh my goodness, Hortensia, all the best. And again, Town on Fire, get your copy today. We take that pause. We come back. Much more.
The biggest annual dancehall concert is back. Yo, Trinidad. Magnum Explosion. Summer's Day. We head to the Queen's Park Savannah Saturday, August 16th with a brand new cast of international superstars. Lady Lava, Baker, Amani, 450, Molly Don, Skilly Bang. Tickets available at frontlineticketing.com. Cache stores nationwide. Extra Food Supermarkets. Ultimate Car Care St. Augustine. Big Life Apparel Store. New Wave Stores. Fifth Street Market, Ariapita Avenue. Marco Polo, Cipriani Boulevard. 519 Restaurant C3 Center. Fitz by Britt St. James. And P2 Lust Auto, Lady Young Road.
Thunderwal, powering industry, fueling progress. Reliable fuel pumps, meters and nozzles. From dock to deck, marine tools, hoses, PPE and fittings. Hydraulic, automotive and food-grade oils and lubricants. For all your manufacturing needs. Pallet jacks, intrinsically safe tools and more. Browse live stock and prices on our website at www.vanderwalett.com. Visit us today.
Presenting the most modern pharmaceutical facility in the country. Food Basket Hyperfarm Pharmacy Food Basket Complex, Arima. We stock the widest range of health and beauty products, baby supplies, stationery, fragrances and cosmetics. Our organic, sugar and gluten-free products cater to vegans and the health conscious. A wide assortment of dispensary medication and over-the-counter items at the most affordable prices. Make Hyperfarm Pharmacy your choice. Located on the compound of Food Basket Complex, Arima.
Embrace life with Guardian Life.
Every sunrise brings a new beginning, a
but we're never truly alone in life's journey.
So grateful for this precious life. Embrace it with a fearless stride. Dig so deep to turn your dreams to reality. With a bright future on your side. Through every journey you will find what you've earned and accomplished. You now deserve to be. Embrace life with Guardian Life. Only you can pave the road for your legacy. Embrace life with Guardian Life. Every step is one step closer to live easy.
Embrace life with Guardian Life. Life, health insurance, and pension solutions.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order. Tired of mosquitoes and flies invading your home? Insect Screen Specialist keeps the bugs out while letting the fresh air in. Custom fit screens, sleek designs, perfect for Caribbean living. Visit our showroom at Munich Hardware, St. Joseph, or call 354-3012. Insect Screen Specialist. Fresh air, no pests.
Welcome back. Let's get into our Get Something and Pave segment. Now, I've received some information, been reliably informed there is a serious issue with a pothole there by the San Fernando General Hospital that's causing lots of stress to myself and Angelo and the team. I think early next week we'll try to make that turn to the Southland to treat with that. But the latest installment, we are right here in the city in Port of Spain, and you will not believe what we discovered a couple of weeks ago, but there is a silver lining behind this particular dark cloud. I'll tell you after the segment. Let's check it out. Get Something and Pave. JW on location here for the latest installment of Get Something and Pave. I find myself in Port of Spain, St. Vincent Street to be exact, right before Park. And on this major thoroughfare, we can see a problem that is causing quite, I would say, discomfort with the motorists who have to negotiate and drive around and go down rather slow. Now, it's not that it's a wide hole, but it's rather deep. And with this main thoroughfare taking you out of the city, I can only imagine rush hour traffic in the morning and in the afternoon as people negotiate this pothole. Look at this. Stones, again, used as a treatment. As the van man, look, this is a big 4x4. Big 4x4 having to take his time. Look at this. And as you can see, the vehicle, yes, yeah, you can keep it moving. Watch for yourself. You have to. Gosh. You all right, partner? Oh, that suspension feel there. Pressure? Right. Pressure with the suspension. So again, we're calling to asking the powers that be to sort this out. This should be a quick fix. It's in the city. And naturally, as you can see, this is St. Vincent Street, mere meters from the Parliament. Meters, look, watch it there. You can see it right there. So I'm sure those who could make the call or who could activate and let this issue get an immediate fix, you know, we're saying to sort it out. Look, this man with a big MP sticker having to negotiate in his Volvo. Ooh, my goodness, he borrowed that car. That went down rather hard. So again, what was that be? St. Vincent Street, Upper St. Vincent Street, right before Park. This pothole here. Let's give it a fix immediately. We say, get something and pave. Pave it! I say pave it! Well, I'm so happy to report this morning that that issue, that severe scenario that folks were dealing with for months in the city, it's now sorted out. I have the video here. It's something that came to me recently, and of course, we'll try to put this up so you can see in real time the solution. And it was a good solution. They didn't do no ratchet fee. It was no stones. They actually went and they paved it. So that particular problem is no more, and to the powers that be, including the corporation, the mayor, the MP, the government of the day, working in collaboration with those who are charged to run the city, whoever sorted it out, thank you. Sincere thanks. As I mentioned, we raise the flag on the issues, but when it's sorted out, we celebrate it the same way. So we take that pause, we get ready as we embrace Emancipation Day with the accessories and all that comes with the important day and the celebration and commemoration. Up next, it's your Mind Your Business segment. We welcome the owner of some designs. We're talking Afrocentric necklaces and accessories. We're going to get into that conversation up next.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Okay, I see you. Okay, let me see you, Cherry Hill. Yeah, now take it back. Let me see you rock off, shake off, shake off. Let me see you rock off, rock off. Let me see you kick right, now kick left, now step forward, now step back. Lucasade, bring the energy.
Ready to turn heads and steal the spotlight? Then head to Rosari Bridal Couture, your all-in-one fashion destination for every celebration. From stunning bridal lehengas to simple everyday shalwas, sparkling jewelry, affordable kids wear, stylish Muslim clothing, and even puja essentials, we've got it all under one roof. Get free footwear with any bridal outfit and get free matching bangles with kids wear. Need the perfect fit? Our in-house tailor is here for you. We're open 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just take the Southern Highway to Brentwood, Chaguanas and call 723-9099 for more info. Rosari Bridal Couture, where fashion meets celebration, all inclusive.
Introducing CTS College's Early Learners Academy, our physical school with a nursery, daycare, and preschool. With qualified and experienced staff, modern classrooms, and the latest teaching methods and technology, your child would get the personal care and education they deserve. Activities include potty training, storytelling, phonics, craft, academics, and field trips. Enroll your child today at CTS College's Early Learners Academy.
It's Mind Your Business, and I welcome the owner of Décolleté. We say a pleasant good morning and happy Emancipation Day to Natalie Howe. You know, Natalie, I must say, well, firstly, good morning. Thanks for being here. And you know, Emancipation Day, we have to consider, yes, the big conversation around it. But I'm thinking when we look at our experience, the culture, the food, especially the fashion, it's one that we see folks, especially around Emancipation Day, and I wish it could probably be just, it could be more than Emancipation Day. People recognize the rich tapestry, the beauty, the majesty that is fashion and design from the motherland Africa. And you're bringing it to life with your pieces. Look at this.
Yeah, thank you.
My goodness, look at you now. Handmade?
Handmade, all handmade by myself.
Wow.
Yes.
Where do you source your material?
Locally, you know. Yeah, so I import some, and also I use local material from the Jamaica booths and stuff like that.
This looks very intricate. How long would it take you to put this piece together?
Usually about an hour, but I don't usually work on one piece. I work on several pieces at one time.
And all by hand, huh?
All by hand, yeah.
My goodness, you have to do little exercises and speak, because I would imagine, I mean, this looks rather intricate. What's the material inside here?
It's actually a cord that I use that I actually feed into the fabric. So I have to sew the fabric first, then feed the cord, and then style it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So would you say every piece is a unique piece, or every piece would be a unique piece?
That's basically the value proposition of the brand. Every piece is uniquely made for that person because of how intricate the patterns are. You know, not every piece is the same. Yeah. So there's a hint of differences in every piece.
So I recognize that you're wearing, as it pertains to your design, this around the neck, but there's a what you call this longer particular piece here?
It's just this is called the 7-strand long necklace. And this one is a stacked choker. So it's actually 2 necklaces I'm wearing. Oh. So if I take off this one, I'll just be stacked choker.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that in itself, I've seen many ladies actually rock this particular design. So this is intentional. That's a particular styling where you do the long with the short.
Yeah. If it is you want to be more bold and elaborate, you can do stacking and stuff like that. But if you want to be simple, I have simple single strands, different things. I have brooches, belts, bandos, different products.
Walk me through what we're seeing on screen right now.
Oh, well, that's a photo of me wearing a choker, stacking some necklaces, wearing a choker. Those are some bangles. I'm wearing some right now. So I also do bangles. Yeah.
Very intricate.
We do pieces with smaller strands. That's an infinity type piece that I call an infinity type piece.
Is it based on, how do folks find you, in terms of design? I know you'll have obviously pictures online, we'll get to that, but is there like a physical place somebody could come try it on, or how we go about it?
I usually do pop-up shops.
Pop-up shops?
Yeah, I usually do pop-up shops, but you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at The Cold Tea by Natalie Howe.
Fantastic. When did the journey start? At what point you recognize you had this, I see this earrings too?
I do earrings as well. Yeah, so earrings, bangles, necklaces, bandos, belts, yeah.
What about the headpiece we're seeing there?
Head wraps as well, yeah.
See, everything, it's a one-stop shop?
It's a one-stop shop except for clothing at this point in time.
It's really accessories, as you say.
Accessories.
And necklaces, Afrocentric.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I usually say Afro-Caribbean because of course we're pulling the color and the vibrancy of the Caribbean, or the warmth of our people. And of course Afrocentric because we utilize the African fabric, the African patterns, the kente.
I'm seeing you holding a book, and you actually brought some books on set. Let me hold on to this. Hold on. You would take a book and literally cover it?
So I would do that, as well as I would create journals as well.
Ooh, look at this. We can get close up there. My goodness. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. You have an eye, definitely an eye for design, and you know how to pick your patterns.
Thank you so very much.
My goodness. When did it start? At what point does one recognize they have this talent and ability?
Well, I usually say that this talent is basically inspired by God because it just fell on my lap and I started to create. So I don't have any formal training in creating any of these. So I saw an opportunity where I needed to accentuate my neckline. And I had the fabric available, all the materials available, surprisingly. And I was like, hey, I need to, accentuate this piece of clothing that I'm wearing. And I just made something. And then I realized that,
compliments.
Yeah, and not only the compliments, it's the fact that, I always struggled to represent at Emancipation, or even every day, right? And I was like, this is something some people might want, where it is they don't have to, it can be very, cost-effective to represent our heritage, our culture on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. And as I said, it's to me a fashion that I'm seeing more showing up itself in Carnival. Not only, yes, there are those who will go all out for emancipation, but beyond emancipation, I'm seeing lots of women and seen men too representing their African heritage with the dress code, and it's so vibrant. It's so flowy. It's
exactly.
Yes. Yeah. And I like the fact that you said Afro-Caribbean because you're putting that vibrant color in the mix and something that's really indigenous to us.
Yes.
What's your cost in terms of floor price, ceiling price when it comes to your designs?
With regards to designs, they start from $85, and typically they go up to $295 or $300. The items can be custom made as well, and of course the price would vary in terms of the intricacy, or if I have to source special material and that kind of thing.
That's right. How does one give this a little cleanup? Is dry clean?
You can dry clean it. You wouldn't put it in the washing machine, but you can use, typically, a small brush with a little bit of detergent, and just clean it off, because women, they usually wear their makeup and it would extend to their neckline. So you can clean it like that, or even with sweat. So that's how you clean it.
You'll be at Emancipation Village?
I will be at the Emancipation Village. It opens actually today, this afternoon at 6 p.m., but it runs from today until the 1st of August. 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Where we can find you in the Emancipation
So I
Village?
would be at the Arts and Crafts section, which is, I think, about the third tent tent section on the left-hand side.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Any closing remarks as we wrap things up, or probably an Emancipation greeting to the country?
I just want to tell everybody happy Emancipation Day. It's coming up on the 1st of August. Of course, let's come out, let's represent, let's support all the artisans and everybody who's there.
Natalie Howe, touching base with us right here on the Morning Brew, the owner of Décolleté, for all your accessories and your necklace piece to accentuate the neckline. You heard the terminology, you could stack.
Of course.
Like how you did it just now there.
Accentuate.
That's right. We take the pause, we come back much more as we work our way to 8 o'clock. See you soon.
What if your best hair day was every day?
Elvive Hyaluron Plus Plump with hyaluronic acid. 2 times more hydration transforms your hair for up to 72 hours. Work that bounce. Elvive Hyaluron Plus Plump by L'Oreal Paris.
You're worth it.
Food Basket. Food Basket, nation's #1 supermarket, bakery, restaurant, meat market, fresh producers, everything fantastic. For everyday low price, things real nice. Come in once, but to come back twice. Wholesale, retail, everything for you. A real much you wanna shop for confused. Food Basket, the nation's #1 supermarket, bakery, restaurant, meat market, fresh producers, everything fantastic. Food Basket. Marketplace Chamfleur, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
Feeling drained? Struggling to keep up? It's time to take control of your wellness. On this episode of Wellness Unlocked, we're diving into the key nutrients your body needs for all-day energy and balance. With 100% or more of your daily essential vitamins, plus added chromium to support healthy blood sugar, this is complete wellness in a single soft gel. Join us as we uncover how small changes can make a big impact on your health. Don't miss Wellness Unlocked. Watch now on CNC3 and take the first step toward better health.
This is Mary. Mary has bills to pay and takes a chance parking in front of the building at the no parking sign. Mary returns to her car, and this is what happens. Mary decides to call when she's 5 minutes away to let her daughter know that she is close by. But Mary forgot one thing.
Second ticket for the day. I don't know, no? I really don't know. Well, I tell you.
After 2 tickets, Mary just isn't paying attention to her speed.
You see a fixed penalty notice, fixing speed like 15 kilometers. You have 30 years to pay, 15 years to contest.
It has short other people. Look at other people passing. All they ain't seen them. All they seen me, right? All they too wicked.
Don't be like Mary. Obey the laws of the road. A message from the TTPS.
Are you tired of the same old boring drive home from work? Look no further. Get ready for the ultimate after-work rush with Freedom 106.5 FM's The Overdrive with Davey. Mondays to Fridays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Let Davey take you on a thrilling ride of non-stop entertainment and education. He covers the topics of the day, delves into the latest food and lifestyle trends, and brings dynamic guests from exciting professions to share their professional stories and experiences. Take advantage of this energizing and engaging experience. Tune into Freedom 106.5 FM, Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. for The Overdrive with Davey, the ultimate way to end your day with a bang.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
Brandon Butcher joins me on set. You know, he is a youth ambassador. When we talk poetry, when we talk spoken word, you know, this man represents, and not only regional and international, we're talking here at home. It must start with the foundation, and that's what the Roots Showcase is all about. He was here literally a couple of weeks ago to make mention of it. I'm sure the auditions, from what I recall, they're probably going to wrap up in a couple of days, but I'll let the double B. Yes. I like that name fair, no?
Yeah, that change with them.
Yeah, I like that, because I mean it's so unique. But welcome again, and what's happening? Great to have you. Was it latest with the Roots?
So with Roots, the auditions again, I would have been here with Jaron, the poet laureate. It is wrapping up actually next week, the 31st of July. So you know we encourage, or is it week after? But 31st of July nonetheless.
That's Thursday.
Is it?
Yeah, because the first, because the first is Friday.
Yes, so it's next Thursday. So next week, Thursday, it'll be wrapping up. We do encourage everyone, all new poets who are experienced, to send in the auditions. Landscape, remember the ages are from 16 to 25, so we want to encourage young persons to also audition.
Brandon, I want to ask on a personal note, and I ask every poet, every spoken word artist the same thing, and I always get a different answer. At what point when you're doing a piece, you're writing, you're putting pen to paper, putting your thoughts down, you know your piece, it's complete, it's full stop, done, it's end. At what point, or is it ever truly finished?
Never.
Serious?
It is never truly finished. In fact, the piece I am performing today is something that I have been working on for a year, an entire year. It has finished, I have gone back, edited it. Come on, because it's changing with the climate.
Yes.
As the climate changes, the poem changes.
Yeah.
So I don't think that there's ever any completed poem.
Yeah, and you know, again, that is another unique answer, because it's something I've always wanted to say. At what point a poem is done? That you know that, because you're writing, you're putting your thoughts down, you're going at a particular momentum, and then it comes to an end. And I wonder if that end is open-ended, where you could actually adjust, as you said, with the times.
Yeah, definitely correct too.
Amazing. What seems to be your go-to topics? You lean more into what? Love, relationships, social issues, humor. What's your first lean?
Social issues.
Social.
Definitely social issues. I would kind of tend to stay away from the love and the relationships, because it's a bit cliche in the poetry space. But definitely social issues. I believe that you know, we don't just speak about it, we need to live it. You know, when it comes to whether it is politics, when it comes to relationships, domestic violence, we need to start living it as poets. We can't just talk about it.
Yeah.
So, you know, these are things that sometimes I would live through my own life.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
I'm looking forward to the piece today. It's 364 days?
Yeah, 364 days. It's an Emancipation piece. Yeah.
Well, all right then. I want to take it in. Let's give the man some space. It's Brandon Butcher, the double B, inside your morning brew on this Poetry and Poets Corner. Enjoy.
All right. Thanks for that.
For 364 days of the year, the black man is the only cause for the rise in the crime rate. They say he's a monster, he's ugly, an Oreo, a degenerate. For 364 days of the year, all the black woman does is chase after man. She is deceiving, harmful, a threat because her womb is a holding cell for criminals, oh, but just this one day. The black man's contributions are finally recognized, and he ought to take pride as his ancestors fought to be freed from a life of captivity. And after all is said and done, and all the August 1st festivities are over, the African wear comes off, and black goes back to being a bother. This is the meaning of emancipation right here in TNT, where only once a year you celebrate and recognize me as being free, and for 364 days, well, it's back to the drawing board. Back to the racial slurs on your socials, back to stereotyping the poor, back to black being the problems to all your problems, even the problems you cause. You see, Trinidad has terminal lucidity, returning to mental clarity just the day before the holiday. Tell me, how could a society be so black conscious but suspend a doctor for a week after an embarrassing racial rant broadcasted for the entire world to see, or pulling a certain punch product off the shelf all for but a couple days, only to return purchasing said product to quench your thirst on the hot days, remembering all these said grievances, all but on one day? Like that chicken company who use a drumstick shadow to replicate a fist on Emancipation Day. Support local, but lines in prestige long like your face on mornings long before you had your iced vanilla oat milk shaken espresso toasted holy whip. Now take it and break it on the backs of blacks for 364 days of the year and give them their freedom back for one day. Buy a dashiki, color it in the color of your favorite political party, and use a platform to talk about freedom as if for 364 days you helped anybody. Now raise your fist, hold it high, scream to the top of your lungs, black pride, as if for 364 days you didn't use said hand to snatch the freedom from our lives. Now use your mouth to shout, singing Africa Unite, the same mouth you used to say, I sure she went by her man even after they found out that she died, the same mouth you used to say, I sure is the black man again, 364 days and night, the same mouth you used to say. The reason they're not represented on state boards is solely because they lack merit and education. You bled an entire community with your words and wonder why we suffering as a nation, and this is how we celebrate emancipation in TNT, where only once a year you celebrate and recognize me as being free. Well, no more. Because emancipation is not a holiday. This is a lifestyle. If you can't incorporate African clothing in your daily wear for the year, don't come August the 1st representing an ancestral bloodline that you oppress every day, using our freedom as a mere marketing tool for profit, our culture for gain. And if you don't understand our pain, keep my people festive ways out of your mouth.
Brandon, let me tell you, that is a real, that one there, it's real. It's speaking to moments, to circumstance, to situations that transpired, and as you rightfully said, it is open-ended because you leave it open to, well, sad to say, they even admitted future infractions. And we hope that that could be something of the past, and as you rightfully say, it's not just no one day. We have 364 days where there is work still to be done, and it's not only a Trinidad and Tobago experience. We have seen where lots of us who could claim our ancestry to Africa, those who would have come from that West Coast to the Caribbean, to Brazil, to the Americas, still in this 2025 go through some of the struggles you just mentioned.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a reality, and I mean, you can't put your head in the sand with it. That's what you was spot on. I sit down there and I say, wow.
Yeah. Listen, and I hope to never have to go back to that poem to edit again. Yeah, that is my goal, because that poem will continuously be in progress, never completed, as long as, and it will be as long as, you know, as long as we go through that those types of struggles.
What's generally the feedback when people hear that piece?
Oh, I get I performed this, I believe, last 2 years at an Emancipation festival, and persons came up to me and they said that, you know, they are victims of you know, saying support local, because, you know, sometimes we could also be hypocritical. We, you know, the lady that you will have had on just now, she selling the wonderful African artifacts and clothing, and sometimes we could be hypocritical in the sense where we would say support local, but yet we at these franchises, you know, and standing up and waiting in long lines. So, you know, yeah.
Fantastic, man. Let me give you a chance again to put the information out concerning the roots and just generally where people can find you and probably hear or see your work.
Right, so again with the Roots Poetry Slam, I have something to say. It is, the auditions are closing on July the 31st, so please, please, please submit all of your videos onto the platform, our social media platform, the Facebook, as well as the Instagram. And for me, you can follow my Instagram. I am the Psalmist Joshua. So yeah, that's it.
That's right. So again, you're seeing it on screen there, the roots, spoken word, and the man himself, Brandon Butcher.
Hey, thanks again.
Butchering the mind, butchering the stage, butchering the system. Yes. Oh, you mean, man. B, all the best, man.
Hey,
great to see you again.
Appreciate that, man.
That's right. We're going to come back and wrap things up with some Kaiso. Oh, you mean, our art form, the root, really, of where it all starts for all of us. So, Nefta Kojo, she's going to bring to us Arise, new music to take us out in style. Nefta, up next.
Ready to turn heads and steal the spotlight? Then head to Rosari Bridal Couture, your all-in-one fashion destination for every celebration. From stunning bridal lehengas to simple everyday shalwas, sparkling jewelry, affordable kids wear, stylish Muslim clothing, and even puja essentials, we've got it all under one roof. Get free footwear with any bridal outfit and get free matching bangles with kids wear. Need the perfect fit? Our in-house tailor is here for you. We're open 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just take the Southern Highway to Brentwood, Chaguanas and call 723-9099 for more info. Rosari Bridal Couture, where fashion meets celebration, all inclusive.
Asafa Powell, the Jamaican sprinting icon who shattered the 100-meter world record and redefined the limits of human speed, reveals the relentless drive that fuels his journey.
Omega XL, this good for your giants them.
Try Omega XL, it works.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The fact that they ask the questions, those challenging questions that no other media house would ask. So, shed light on those things that are in the dark, those stories that no one else wants to cover.
I grew up reading The Guardian, actually. It's a household name.
About The Guardian, one thing that I like, the human interest stories have increased.
See the investigative pieces on the human trafficking. I find that very interesting.
You go more in depth.
On sports, especially local sports, and that's one of my highlights for The Guardian.
Yeah, I've been in Ghana since The Guardian started coming out, started working. I was a newspaper man.
The stories that are being covered are well detailed and you get more facts.
Also, I think the editorials, I think they're doing a good job on this speaking the truth, and they're challenging the government to make things better.
Me in particular, of recently, the last 2-3 months, I've been reading The Guardian. I'm seeing a lot of news about the neighborhoods and the communities, and I even saw my community featured, and I was proud.
The Guardian.
The Guardian?
Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian.
The Guardian.
The Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian.
The Guardian is my first choice.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device.
Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
Always good to have Neft on the program. You know, we're just having such great conversations as we lead up to Emancipation Day. I feel in a kind of way. Look at Neft. Look at the Assam. Oh, look at the princess. Oh my God, flowing. Amazing. And I would imagine the song is in that particular theme today?
That's right. Thanks for asking. It's actually entitled Arise. This was done at Money Circle Records in El Sicuro. So thank you, Vil and team, for your assistance. Apart from that, the song itself, I just wanted to bring that vibration. It's been a while since I did something new, especially around this time. And for those who know me, I absolutely adore and love Emancipation.
That's right. Nefta Kojo touching base with us. Yes. How's the journey in Kaiso been for you, you know, in a space that, well, I mean, it's competitive. We know this. We know, as everything else in music, because I'm in it also, you have your ups and your downs, your hills and your valleys, but your personal journey in Kaiso.
Oh, for me, my personal journey is one of gratitude. I'm grateful. I love it so much. So just to be able to still do what I love, it's really a joyful thing for me. You're basically talking about 25, right? 20 years of tent, so-called Calypso tent experience, right? But even before that, I would have been at Emancipation Support Committee, NJAC, different events they may have and participate. Father, mother, so we have been in the music for a while.
Since 2005 to now, in the tent?
Yes.
And I'm sure...
well, tent, I would say tent arena, because tents.
Tent. my dabble and touch into the culture was actually hosting Calypso shows in school. Did it start for you also in school?
Well, it started for me in school, yes.
Yeah. Yes. What school was that? I went Belmont Secondary.
So for me, it's Belmont Girls RC, now St. Francis Girls RC.
Serious? Well, yes. Now my school was Belmont Boys Secondary, now St. Francis College.
Yes.
Hey, I love it.
Yes.
So, you know what? Arise, I want to take it in via mic here. I'm going to whip it out the back pocket.
Cool.
That is yours.
Thank you.
And let's take it in. We say Kaiso in time for the Emancipation. What do you mean? Enjoy.
Yes. Answer the call. For united we stand, divided we fall. You say you woke, it's time to rise. Oh, stand up for truth and rights. Arise, arise, remove the veil from your eyes. Arise, arise, sing songs of freedom, liberty, sing songs of justice. The powers within, the powers within. What a time for us to celebrate emancipation, while our motherland is standing up for her rights. The coming together of all her children, in solidarity we all unite. We see the Sahel states rise up, while others are joining, pouring in the cup. Real life Wakanda, Black Lives Matter, emancipation for all. Stand up for your rights. Arise, arise, remove the veil from your eyes. Arise, arise, sing songs of freedom, liberty, sing songs of justice. The powers within, the powers within. Deep within our DNA is the strength of our mother. Scattered seeds are we, far from the tree. If we talk too loud or your mind too sharp, a terror label may be just a start. But for each generation, few have been chosen to guide our people into the light. We have seen it uncovered, our warriors' blood stain. Can't let them within. You speak of black magic. Do you really know the depths of the darkness? What's a beauty when you glow? With will and courage, the planets align. In the stars it is risen, your glory divine. So as a man thinketh, so shall he be. So watch how you're moving up there in your field. Cause privilege syndrome and homesick depression, it's crippling all of us. So stand up for your rights. Arise and arise. Remove the veil from your eyes. Arise, arise. Rise up, sing songs of freedom. Liberty, oh, liberty. Sing songs of justice. The powers within, the powers within. Arise, Africa, yeah, yeah. Arise, African, yeah, yeah. Arise.
Yeah.
Arise. Arise, yes. Arise. You know, and anytime I can make you move your foot and stuff, Arise.
Arise. I love it. Who did the harmonies? I'm hearing some harmonies in the song inside there. That's you?
Okay. Yes.
That's
yes,
you?
It is.
So you kind of everything you will lay your vocals and then you go you harmonize. Do you also stack your vocals, or that's like a, because with Kaiso I wonder if it's a different kind of recording process compared to, let's say, soca. Is it that you go there and you perform it down and then you stack the vocals?
At times, yes. The stacking happens. In this particular case, I had to do a little double up. Yeah. Apart from that, normally I would have background vocals, but again, the energy and vibration of this song came somewhat, you know, it's spur of the moment. It's how I felt at the time, and I still know I need to bring this forward.
Because the lead on the track is very powerful. So
yes.
I was listening, I was back then, I was taking it in, and I said, yes. Proper production. Who again you said did it?
Right. So that's Money Circle Records in LC Coro.
LC Coro.
So that's Ville. For those who know Ville, yes.
Fantastic. How could we find you and find your music online?
Yes, online. So you're just looking for Nefta Kojo, Nefta space Kojo. Once you look for Nefta Kojo, you'll see everything there. You get your calypso, your soca, your spoken word poetry, your rap. So once it's we music, once it's we culture, Nefta is there.
Nefta, I'll give you a chance to send your Emancipation greetings to the country.
Give thanks. Happy Emancipation, Trinidad and Tobago, to all people of the African diaspora, motherland, everywhere. Happy Emancipation. Do enjoy.
That's right.
Yes.
Love every time.
All the time.
Every time. We're getting ready for a special birthday shout. We want to make it happen before we wrap things up officially at 8. So let's head into our birthday brew. Let's make it happen. So, Ambika, happy birthday. That's our very own, that's our girl. You see the last name there, Olia? Do the matter. Give me what? Yes, Ambika. Saj. Yes, that too. We'll go work with that too. I don't want to butcher the girl's name, you see? Right, my tongue has got tied up a little bit. So bear with me. But Ambika's our girl, a real sweetheart, a quiet and powerful energy in the newsroom. We wish her the best. She's basically just like, let's say, Angelo and the rest of the team. And Liana, yes, Lee, I can't forget Lee. They are now at the start of their amazing career in journalism. And when we consider where journalism will go with the youth, the youngsters I'm seeing, I'm very happy to know that it's in a good place. I mean, my journey started when they were probably still in the supplicant, they only we out here a long time, and all you're here now, and we're just happy, and it's amazing to pass that baton and see and work in real time and just pass the knowledge and also learn too. We're still learning. It's always a learning curve, and we learn from Ambika, from Lee, from Angelo. But Ambika, Gil, happy birthday. So happy to have you with us, and we wish you nothing but the very best going forward. Yes, continued success, continued love, life, health, and strength. With that, what are we going to do? Take a pause and come back and wrap up? I think we could do that. Oh yeah, so we can chat? Oh gosh, nice. I've been given the leeway to chat. Yes, yes, and let's do just that, my friends. So we're looking at a weekend here. It's another action-packed one for those heading to the sister island. I urge you to enjoy, have a time. I understand flights. Flights and the boat packed up, you know. It's like everybody heading across the Sweet Tobago, and indeed, you know, we know that you're going to have yourselves a great time. As I mentioned earlier, the Spirit Mass, their band launch is happening this weekend, so we got things rolling a couple of weeks ago with Humor, followed by Tribe, and now Spirit stepping into their presentation for Carnival 2026. A couple of the other major bands will also, you know, in the weeks ahead, showcase what they're bringing to the table, because literally, before you blink twice, it's going to be more or less the end of the year and then straight back into that carnival mode, and next year's carnival is a short one, so, you know, I could imagine that music and that vibration might start hitting from as early as November, probably even before that, October, for Tobago's carnival experience, and we go back again to Tobago with that. Based on if tickets booked up already for August from all now, I would imagine October probably gone already too, because again, it goes to show that particular air bridge, the sea bridge, it is one that clearly the demand is more than the supply. We still give thanks for the service, for Carl and for those who take the ways of the ocean to get there with their car, but still, you know, that movement between the two, it's especially around this time of the year, always a very intense one. So with that being said, be safe, take care of yourselves and each other, have yourselves a great weekend. Great to be back. I've been here for the entire week. I was more or less, last week was just Friday, yeah, because Ryan was here for most of the week while I was on duty there in Bahamas. I look forward to next week. We will be here for Emancipation Day next week, Friday, 7 days from now, God spare. And by all means, a sincere thanks. Always a joy to be in your company. Thanks for spending the morning with me and allowing myself and the team to be in your home and in your workplace. As mentioned, we're back for more next week, God spare. Have a great weekend, TNT. All the best.
The depths of the darkness, what a beauty when you glow. With will and courage, the planets align. In the stars it is written, oh glory divine. So as a man thinketh, so shall he be.
The Morning Brew is brought to you by Omega XL. Live long, stay strong.